You're listening to Reality in 5D with your host, Matt.
And Courtney.
And today we have some fun Bravo breaking news and also a little
Afternoon tea.
Yeah, a little afternoon tea.
If you will.
A little question and answer sesh. So first up, and oh shit, Courtney is the tea hot. Lisa Hochstein from Real Housewives of Miami was seen with her group of co-stars as she turned herself into prison Wednesday, April 15th in Miami-Dade County, Florida. It looks like she was booked on felony charges of interception of wire, oral, or electronic communications regarding her ex-husband, Leonard Lenny Hochstein.
Whoa.
Lisa paid the $5,000 bond and was released. I also think it's interesting to note that this happened 1 month after Real Housewives of Miami was put on pause.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they paused just because nothing was really going on out there.
I mean, that could be it too. Honestly, it was very boring. I think they made a lot of mistakes when it came to. I think they should have kept it on Peacock, honestly. Those 2 seasons on Peacock were fire. And the second it hit Bravo, it kind of lost it.
I also feel like it went to their head. They were all like, oh, Miami's the hottest thing. Miami's =1. And then they
Only
had
in
nothing.
humidity.
Yeah.
So I have some terrible news.
Oh my gosh, what?
Real Housewives of Potomac, Robin Dixon was seen filming for the new season.
What?
Ew, I know. I don't even know what she could have had to bring to the table, but I
Are
guess
we that desperate?
clearly they bullied Angel off the cast and brought Robin back. Great. That was probably honestly Giselle's plot all along.
God, right. Is Giselle coming back?
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't think we can
What
get
else
rid
does
of
she
her
do?
at this point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Luke Goldbrinson, I hope I'm saying that right. You may remember him from Summer House. Luke
Oh, yeah. I never knew his last name.
is running for Congress in Minnesota.
Stop. Oh, in
Imagine.
Minnesota, eh?
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Interesting. I guess we'll see how that's going to play out.
How would you Minnesotans feel about your
A Bravo Leb.
yeah, your governor or senator
Congress.
potentially
I guess we don't know his exact title he's running for, but
still, I cannot see anyone on Summer House being a serious political candidate.
literally, especially with all the scandals going on right now with Summer House.
Yeah.
Did you see all of the rumors that Lisa Rinna is coming back to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
Lisa? I would love it.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
She was actually just interviewed. She went to one of the book fairs, I think it was in LA or Southern California, to promote her new book, which is amazing. I listened to the audiobook. You know I'm gonna talk about it, or you better believe I'm gonna talk about it. But she was asked, what would it take to get you back on Housewives? She said her husband's approval, so Harry's approval, and cold hard cash. Her quote was, "You guys are gonna laugh and think I'm ridiculous, but I was like, I might do it for 5 million," Rinna explained. And he's like, no, 10 million, and you can go back. Honestly, though,
That's a good
it would be a
supporter.
good 10 million well spent.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I know Bravo has it. They barely pay these people, any of their cast members. So I think Lisa is right on the money there. She knows what she's worth.
Yeah, honestly. Oh,
Maybe she can come back with some producer credits.
Well, we know it's not that far-fetched, Miss Richards.
Yes. Which is pretty much a conflict of interest in my eyes.
It should be.
Yeah.
So do you want to do something fun?
Always.
Do you want to go to Taco Bell? No, I'm just kidding. That wasn't an ad. We have a little Bravo or reality TV in general, a little 20 questions game, a little Q&A.
Oh, okay. Some rapid fire questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Courtney.
Yes.
What Bravo show got you hooked into the reality TV universe in the first place?
Ooh, it has to be Bravo. Honestly,
Okay, no, we can take it back. What reality show got you hooked into reality TV in the first place?
well, I'm a millennial, so I have to say it was probably like Real World back in the day. That was the first
Totally.
reality TV show. I mean, I remember having to learn that this was not real life. Like, it was drama. Like, reality TV was not necessarily always
The
real.
reality.
Yeah. So I remember learning that from Real World. But for Bravo specifically, it was Housewives. What was the first one we started watching? Was it
I don't know.
OC?
You and I back in the day watched New York.
Okay, I remember New York.
And
Yeah.
then we took a break and we got back into it and we got hooked on Beverly Hills. And then COVID hit and we were pregnant and
Just
we
binge watched.
binge watched Beverly Hills and then
Yeah.
ended up watching every single Housewives
Well, yeah, because
franchise
then,
across the board.
and then girls trip because then you have crossovers. So
And
then
Rachel
once you
So
start to like
Project.
someone, you're like,
Yeah,
okay, well, I'll watch another show that they're in. So what a tangled web we have woven for ourselves. But
literally.
what franchise do you think is currently carrying the network?
Currently,
Mm-hmm.
I think that the new Real Housewives of Rhode Island came in strong. We're 3 episodes in, and I can see them carrying
Mm.
it. I think they brought more Housewives tea than we've gotten from any franchise in a long time.
Probably since Salt Lake City.
Yeah, but Salt Lake City's kind of been fizzling the last couple of years. They should have never got rid of Monica Garcia. But I would say next to Rhode Island, I would say Atlanta. Atlanta's probably carrying it right now as well.
Yeah,
It's always a good season, even if you hate what's going on. You know what I mean?
that's true. That's true.
Okay, so who do you think is the most misunderstood housewife of all time?
Ooh, of all time. Sheesh. Um, that's a good question. I'm trying to go back. Who are some of my favorites that I miss? I mean, I think Eileen was misunderstood. I think she had more to offer, but was just kind of,
Eileen Beverly Hills?
yeah.
Agreed, 100%. I love her. Bring her back.
And yeah. And she was always an actress, so I think she looked more at this like it was supposed to be real instead of reality. And sometimes she didn't play into the drama as much as her actress background kind of.
She could have been her soap star villain.
Yeah, I feel like
So,
we really could have gotten more from her, but like she said, she usually was tired or like wanting to go home and just like be done with it. So she like squashed the issues and move on. So she came off more practical than the rest of them, but I feel like she could have given us some TV gold.
for sure. She did in her short amount of time.
Hmm. What's one iconic moment you think is overrated?
Okay, one iconic moment I think is overrated. Um, ooh.
Oh, what about the toodle do? I hated hearing toodle do.
Who did that?
I
Who
don't
said that?
Stacy.
Oh God, I couldn't stand that. Was that supposed to be iconic?
I don't know, but they played it a lot, too many times because I cringed every single
Yeah,
time, and I
that
remember
was
cringing a couple times. They're like, "Why
awful.
are we trying to make that an iconic
Ooh,
moment?"
also the
Ugh.
name 'em, name 'em. I hated that. They tried so desperately to give Sutton something, and she can just go on. Well, on the flip side of that, what's an underrated moment that you think deserves more attention?
I did like the goodbye, Kyle. I feel like that. I mean, but it wasn't so underrated. It was
Well,
definitely rated.
on that note, then which housewife do you think produces themselves the most on camera?
Kyle and
Kyle Richards.
and Kathy. Kathy is like, how there's like Jay and Silent Bob.
Hmm.
Kathy Silent Bob.
That's
She's
funny.
running the show, but like also looking so innocent and just oblivious. And she is the quiet force denominator. for sure. And then there's Kyle, that's just her puppet
Ooh,
or mouth.
ouch.
If you could bring back one former cast member, who would it be and why?
Carlton from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, not to keep jumping back on the same franchise, but she did not get enough time. She was bullied out for being Wiccan, completely mean girl Regina Georged by Kyle Richards 100%. And I think that she deserves another chance, honestly. She's recently gotten divorced over the last few years. She's got a story to tell. There was more to her, and it just got produced out, and you could see it on her face every time they filmed or they did something. Like you could tell she was like, "What the hell? I did not sign up to be treated this way." You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You could always just
yeah.
see that look of shock almost in her face. So that's why, and that's who.
I feel like if we could bring back anyone, I want Sonia Morgan and Luann.
Well, they're gonna be on that new show on E. Should we watch
Yes,
that
of
and
course.
recap that? Okay, well, we'll have to
I
do that when
missed
it
that
airs.
dynamic. They were hilarious.
What, or I'm sorry, which current housewife do you think is on borrowed time?
Sutton. Sutton comes to mind.
Sutton Brown.
She's been on borrow time.
Yes. Is it bad that I like kind of want her to go and her mom to stay?
Oh yeah, I
Rita for
love
Sutton's
her.
Diamond.
Oh, also, from Atlanta, what is her name? Drew.
Oh, I forget about her.
I
Yeah.
know. I almost called her
I
Jordan.
forget about Drew until we watch the episode and I'm like, why is she still here?
Michael Jordan's cousin.
I get mhm. Right.
Oh, that's hilarious. So, what is your take on casting influence versus organic friend groups?
I mean,
Ooh.
I don't see why you couldn't do both. I think that you could find an influencer that has a friend. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't think everyone has to be friends. I think that
Hmm.
they make friends as they go, but I think if you know one or two people, it
It,
works. An influencer works. But it doesn't work for everybody. You know what I mean? I feel like I've just asked you if you knew what I meant like several times. I apologize.
I do the same.
But I think influencers are used to being calculated. We know that social media is fake, it's scripted, it is the story that that creator wants you to see. And I think reality TV is very similar, but we also hate when we're overproduced, when we can tell when the housewife is telling us what they want us to see versus
Hmm.
what's real. I'm sorry. So, in that aspect, I don't think influencers are better than an organic friend group. I don't know. I think it could go either way, to be honest. But I think that the organic friend groups are already going to have a backstory. They're already going to have drama. They know each other more, like you see with Rhode Island, Liz and Alicia. Is Alicia the Sagittarius?
Oh, I could see that.
They know enough about each other. That's why Liz was caught off guard when Alicia walked in and hit with the Dino story right off the bat because she's like, "Wow, like you know me, you know that was personal, you knew that was going to go into it. It could be viewed this way, you know." So when you have organic friend groups, you've got more content
Yeah.
as
But
opposed to produced content.
it also helps you stack the deck. So if you're trying to cover something and you have the majority of the friend group on your side, that's how we get the separation like Kyle and Dorit. Now we're stuck there and
True.
that's kind of overproduced in itself. So I'm 50-50. If it's a friend group, you don't need to already be an existing friends to make a group. But if you have a group of friends and you want to invite other people or a friend of a friend and make that group a larger group, I'm all here for that. You want to stack the deck with your cast members as your best friends in order to protect yourself and to gang up on somebody else. And I mean, this is 2026. That mean girl behavior is just cancelable at this point.
Agreed. On that note, which Bravo show would you say has had the biggest fall from grace?
Hmm. Probably New Jersey. Housewives of New Jersey. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
just can't. It has always been kind of ugly.
They let the
But
bullshit ruin the show.
yeah.
I'm excited to see what we get now because it is coming back. They are filming. I know that we've been beat the narrative that Melissa and Joe and Teresa have all reconciled, but I'm not 100% that that reconciliation wasn't 100% to get the show back on. You know what I mean?
They've
And
been feuding
honestly, yeah,
for
that's business.
decades. Yeah. You can't preach, oh, this is all about family and we are family, 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 cores, family, and blah, blah, blah. But they have been fighting for decades until it got so bad that they got canceled and then had to be like, oh, no, we're fine. We're fine. We're friends. Wink, wink.
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Because for a show that preaches family first, that is the absolute last thing on the agenda.
The family broke.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't think it was going to go there, but that, yeah, interesting. And now that you say it, I feel it, I see it.
Yeah. Well, what do you think makes a perfect reunion episode?
Ooh, everyone shows up. I can't stand when people are messy throughout the season and then don't come and accept the accountability.
Mhm.
I think that it needs to have the drama. We need the receipts. We need a theme. I do think we need a theme. After our first Beverly Hills episode that we talked about the reunion looks and we were like, what the hell? What's the theme? And you afterwards were like, oh, I think I get it. I think it might be Italian designers. And I haven't read that anywhere yet. So, I mean, I don't know. That makes more sense. I still think that whoever the Italian designer is that made Amanda's outfit made a major mistake. But it needs a theme and it needs like cohesion. I don't like when everyone's all over the board with the
Yeah.
looks. I love the glam. I don't like when there's not resolve. Like it's okay to leave things like if they haven't completely hashed it out, but I don't like when people just walk off and there's no, you know what I mean?
Resolution.
No resolution.
Yeah,
I
or
think
accountability.
you're here to do a job, you film the season, show up,
Mhm.
you do what you did, now you get what you get, show up and take accountability for it, own it baby, like Renna says. I think that those things make for the best reunion. I like the three, like the longer reunions, but I don't want a 4-part reunion of bullshit. Like I want accountability, I want the questions answered.
Yeah. Don't over explain yourself or double down on why you did. Just own it. You did it. It was wrong. Let's move on. What do you think, or who is your all-time favorite Bravo villain?
Ooh, villain. Who would you consider a villain? Like
I
I
mean,
think that that's in the eye of the beholder.
mm-hmm.
If it Okay, so if you want to say villain, so Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore was kicked off the show for all of those things, but look what else happened throughout that season. Look what came from that. I think that Kenya Moore was one hell of a villain. Also, she understood the assignment. She didn't come to the show to be cast as a villain, but the second she was, she said, bet. I'm going to be the best villain
Yes.
you have ever seen. I'm going to do it so well. And honestly, the biggest mistake they made was kicking her off for that. And what did it get you? Sued by Britt Eady? Was it worth it? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to Britt, she did what she did. Just because you combed the internet and thought you had it deleted doesn't mean people aren't going to find it and aren't going to talk about it. Don't go on TV if you don't want to be talked about. You opened yourself up for that.
Yeah.
So I think Kenya Moore is probably one of the best villains, but I don't think she is a villain. I think she was cast in that role and said, give me an Oscar.
So honestly, some of the villains, quote unquote villains of their seasons have been some of my favorite people.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking of Lisa Rinna.
Yep.
She got that villain title and she loved it. She played into it, was like, all right, bet. Same thing. Kenya Moore, who else?
Monica Garcia.
Monica, yep. So I'm all here for like that villain. Eva the Diva, like, yes.
I'm in my villain era, so bring him. Bring on
Maybe
the
we
villain.
need a whole separate
Ooh,
show, like the real
Ultimate
villains.
Girls Trip.
Or like
Villains.
a villains.
You heard it here first. NBC, Peacock, Bravo. We want the credit.
Mm-hmm. Real villains.
Okay, so which feud felt the most real and which felt completely manufactured?
Oh, nothing was more real than the feud between Adriana and Brandy. when Brandy spilled the
Oh, Adrienne Maloof.
Adrienne Maloof. Yes.
Oh
Ugh.
my God, you're so right. Honestly, I like Brandy when she's not a part of Housewives, but I did not like Brandy at all. Loathed
Oh
entirely
gosh,
when she
first
did
that
that to
day.
Paul and Adrienne.
And then
Like,
finding out that the kids didn't know, so that was
ugly.
a whole
Oh
can of
wow.
worms that was
Yeah,
open.
you took me into the vault in
Yeah.
100%.
I felt that one to the core, especially as a mom. Like, oh, anytime they mess with the kids, it's hard. It's hard for me not to hate that person immediately. And when Brandy went there, that was completely
That
real.
was
That
terrible.
wasn't like Puppygate. Puppygate. That was completely manufactured.
Okay, so is that going to be your answer for which felt completely manufactured,
Oh yeah,
Puppygate?
yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think Dorit knew. I think Dorit was living her life and Lisa Vanderpump manufactured a story off of it.
She didn't even come
100%.
back after that. She was so embarrassed. Like she knew.
What's one storyline you didn't believe for a second?
Oh, that PK was not involved in Dorit's break-in.
Oh, and yes, I agree. And I want to be very clear. I don't think Dorit was involved. I
No,
don't
no,
think
no, no.
Dorit knew at all. I think that her trauma, everything she went through, I think that's very real. I think PK did that to her.
Hmm.
That's my opinion, 100%. There's been nothing said on that.
Or PK was behind that
I
being
think
done to
he had
her.
something
For
to do with
sure.
it, in my opinion. It just,
And he was conveniently out of the country. Hmm.
and he was put out to have to come back and help them.
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry, I'd be on the first flight. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me.
And didn't he already have to? He already like committed fraud before, right?
I think
Was that fraud or
I,
embezzlement? I
he's done
remember.
something
Yeah,
before. He's
he's
been in
got
the
a
industry
past,
before or something.
a criminal past. So I'm sorry, the shoe fits. And the way he dismissed her and like how traumatized she was, and he was just like, get over it. Like, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Just sweep it under the rug. You wouldn't do that. Your kids were in that house. Your wife was obviously traumatized. That was a scary moment. You would have been like upset as well. He didn't even play that off
I think her
innocent.
spending and her image consciousness, which is important in her career and has taken her far, honestly. I don't hate her for it. I love all of the looks she's turned. But I think that caught up with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's why they came for a lot of it. Or he had. That's, I
Mm-hmm.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So do you think Bravo protects certain cast members? And if so, who?
Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, the ones with producer credits, we know who you are, Miss Richards and Miss Hilton.
Vanderpump.
Vanderpump,
I think they're protected. I think
Maurizio. That's why we never hear her opinion on him, but except for her daughters, who will sometimes sound annoyed or disgusted, they do her talking for her. Um,
Giselle. I think there's a favorite on every cast.
oh, yeah.
They get away with no storyline just because they're
Just simply existing.
exactly.
That's because Giselle bullies everybody else. She is a bully. She is just a mean bully. She brings nothing. No one talks about her anything, and she just bashes everybody. I'm done. She can go on too.
Which franchise would you reboot completely if you had the power?
Probably Potomac. Potomac needs a reboot.
Yeah.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
They need a
A
complete.
recast.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
bad.
agree. I'm here for Karen. I think, with Karen, she took a season off. I think Shannon Bedore should have taken a season off. I think when you're
Hmm.
in the public eye and you can go and make terrible, everyone makes bad decisions, but you are different when you're in the public eye and you're an example. And like, it's also different when you are drunk and you get behind the wheel and you could have killed somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Karen did it right by going away a season. I think that several others should have done that. And I think that now that she's done that and actually taken accountability and done the time, I'm still up in the air about the accountability based off of the interview with Andy that was silly and the reunion. I don't think she's taken full accountability, but she took a year off and so I think she could come back, but I agree with you. I think there needs to be a major shakeup,
Yeah.
like reboot.
Yeah. What is what's your unpopular Bravo opinion that always gets you into trouble?
I honestly, from day one during the Tom Girardi scandal, 100% backed Erica Jane. I still to this day think she had nothing to do with it. I think that she was the scapegoat.
Yeah.
I think that she was set up 100%. I don't think it's that uncommon for her generation for the women to not have any idea, especially in a position where they're taken care of. Like, it's not like she had to go pay the electric bill or had to, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
I don't think she had any clue where the money was coming or going. I don't think it concerned her.
Everyone's relationship
Exact,
is different. Yeah.
exactly. But
We don't know what
it,
relationship.
it's not like she's sitting down and reading the books and being like, I spent this at there. Like, that's not
Right.
like her
He was in
interest.
charge of finances.
Exactly. So
With us, we are in control of different areas that I know you don't understand, and I don't understand yours. So I agree with that completely.
exactly.
People,
So I don't think she had anything to do with it. I don't think she was guilty. I don't think she knew. And I think that when it hit, she went into that defense mode. I think with a lot of legal cases, you can only say so much, if anything at all. And what you do say could implicate you. And she was already being crucified for every single thing she did, the songs, the clothes, all of it. So I think that especially during that time, like me always standing up and being like, nope, I don't think she did it. I'm on her side. Like, I think that got me. People constantly butted heads and disagreed with me on that.
yeah. Yeah, I remember that was because people were like, can you say you not know?
How do you
Well,
not believe? Yeah.
we don't know what we don't know. So, and every relationship is different. I'm glad that she was able to prove her innocence finally. What do you decide to recap versus what to skip?
Oh, how do we decide what to recap versus what we skip?
Yeah.
Honestly, we do what we like. If we like it, we watch it, we talk about it. We don't bother ourselves with stuff that doesn't align with what we like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were interested in a lot of the fashion and the glam and the trips and the events. It makes sense. So we watch a lot of Housewives. We watch them all. We recap that. We like that. We like Traders. But if I don't like it, like, no offense, but I'm never going to recap Survivor on here. I don't care to be stranded on an island and
Honestly, I don't recap if I'm binge watching, but if it's like the next day, I'm like, I need that recap.
we need to talk
Before
about
I start.
it.
Yeah, I definitely do. It just depends on how much time it's been, I guess,
We have
between episodes.
we have a lot of opinions.
Yes.
So this has been a great outlet to get them out for sure.
Yeah.
We're like, here we go. And if you guys disagree, sound off in the comments. We can have a little tete-a-tete. We can go back and forth. I love it. Like, let's debate.
Yes. Always.
What's the wildest behind the scenes rumor that you've heard that you almost believed?
Behind the scenes rumors. I'm trying to think. Well, behind the scenes rumors that I believe.
The rumors, my husband.
Oh gosh, of course. Well, oh, got it. Meredith, I definitely think you verbally accosted Brittany on the airplane.
This is your first time in first class, Brittany.
I definitely think it was as bad as everyone was talking about, and that you downplay everything. So I definitely think there was a lot of truth to that mean girl, especially because they said they pulled her hair, spilled a drink on her.
Mhm.
Meredith claims that she was just watching Crazy Rich Asians.
Do you want to know what the one that I believe? I wouldn't even say I almost believe, I fully believe.
What?
I believe Lisa Rinna in Aspen when she was talking about Kathy Hilton and the freak out and the slur.
Mm-hmm.
I do. We all know Kathy has a side to her. Kyle can't go back and cut and edit scenes that have already played. We remember the American Woman era. We remember when Kathy wasn't speaking to her. Kathy has the potential
Kathy has a lot of power. Kathy has quiet power.
That's a rumor that I believe.
Was that Lisa's last season too?
It
Lisa didn't
was.
come back after that. Interesting. Kathy silenced her.
I think Lisa knew her worth and was like, fuck you.
And then Kathy, we went
Sorry.
there.
Yeah.
Kathy took a season or two off too, just to let things cool down because she was not perceived very well. And then she came back, and now it's like nothing ever happened. We don't.
They called Elliot Mintz and did a little PR damage control.
Is that who's doing PKs too?
I don't. PK wouldn't. I don't think PK could afford.
They have an agreement between him and Kyle for sure. Or maybe him and Maurizio, and Maurizio has producer credit. That's why we got to hear PK's side of this divorce and this whole season. That makes sense.
Through Kyle.
Yes, and Maurizio, because we never heard one bad word on Maurizio. But why would we if he's a producer as well? Okay. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well.
So to wrap this up, where do you think Bravo or reality TV in general is headed next?
Honestly, it's kind of having a toxic culture with some of the reality TV show and like centered around alcohol. There's a big, I don't know, a big focus on drinking.
It's not cute anymore.
And especially with all these people and their DUIs and like, you know, talking about alcoholism. And then Craig come out and say he was like an alcoholic from Southern Charm. And then goes right back to drinking and thinks that everything's fine.
What was the other guy, the sober living, or not, the sober bar guy? Carl Radke.
Yeah,
also.
Carl, yeah. I mean, all of these shows are very much centered around alcohol and drinking. And I think moving forward, we need to look into that and maybe work on an alternative or like healthier relationships because kids aren't even drinking as much as they were back then. Like I feel like alcohol's phasing out.
It is.
And now when we have like, you know, marijuana is becoming legal, like I would love to see more tea parties.
No,
or gardening.
And honestly, you do have states where that's legal, so that's possible. I don't know why they didn't.
Infused. These could be giggly dinners instead of like all out war. You know, alcohol just doesn't bring out the best in people. And then watching it back, I know these people are just we need more focus on mental health.
I don't want to see a 40-year-old trying to relive what he didn't get from his frat days, drinking like a wannabe frat boy in his 40s. I'm in my 30s, and the thought of that makes me nauseous as I sit here.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's watching a train wreck. So I agree with you. And I think that the shows focused around that are going to lose their... Well, you're seeing it. Yeah. We're fading. I honestly didn't even finish this season of Summer House because I'm over it. And I don't even care about the Amanda West bullshit. So
it got me. I was uncomfortable watching this season of Summer House because tell me why the men are getting older. They're like in their 40s, but the women that are coming in every season now are getting younger.
Yeah.
It is creepy. The age gap is too creepy. Yeah. I'm not.
Well, the spinoff now is The City, and it's more mature, and it's not them going to party at the Summer House every weekend. Like, we're not 20-year-olds. And I don't think Bravo's key demographic was ever a bunch of 20-year-olds. So I don't understand why we're that's what we're showcasing.
I don't want to see old men hitting on young females. That's so creepy, and we're so past that.
I think as reality TV shifts as well, I mean, we've gone through the influencer era, and I think people learned how to self-produce. People learned how to create videos and do content. I think that you're going to see more personal backed reality, like YouTube shows taking more forefront, like
bringing back the real in reality.
Exactly. I think people are gonna start to like create their own. Like, we already have a fascination with watching people do. That's why social media has become what it's become. So I think that might honestly be the future of it, is that people are going to create the content they want, and you're either going to catch an audience or you'll fade off. You know what I mean? But it'll be there. That's going to be a lot of the content.
Yeah, they need to rethink their formula. They have a formula that they think is just like foolproof, and I think they're starting to learn that you need to keep adapting with
Or
your
we're
audience,
learning.
or
Yeah.
you're going to lose your audience. So,
We've learned the formula. We can
yeah.
do it ourselves. So when you try to plug the formula at us and you're overproducing, we catch it immediately and then we think we're being played. And I hope if anyone from NBC hears anything in this podcast, that's what you hear
Yes.
because we know when we're being guided and produced. We're not all sheep.
So do better. Mental health matters. I don't want to just see a disclaimer at the end of the episode.
Yeah. Ooh, deep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was really fun. I liked doing that. It was like very candid, unscripted, just 20 questions and what we think.
Rapid fire.
That's our opinion.
Well, tea time is over, but we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for listening to
Reality in 5D with Courtney
and Matt.
Bye.
Bye.